My peeps, what is up? How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? What are you guys speaking? We're only speaking good vibes here, you guys know. Yes, sir. So, welcome back to Liz Talks Vibes. You know what I'm saying? We're only spreading vibes here, only speaking good vibes. You know what I am saying. So, I wanted to talk about, well, today we are talking about speaking your feelings and being vulnerable, you know? So, are you guys currently speaking your feelings? Do you guys speak your true feelings? Do you not? Are you hesitant because, I don't know, maybe you're like scared? You know, it's like speaking your feelings makes you vulnerable, you know, because a lot of people are afraid to speak their feelings. I know I was before, cuz I was like, I don't really think, like I thought maybe like they don't really matter, or I was just kind of scared too, you know, just to like speak my feelings. Like, what? Like, it's a lot. It takes a lot, honestly, because like I said, I mean, I used to think, oh, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna say? They're just gonna make fun of me. They're not even gonna care, you know, just all these things. Now, like, honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like, I love speaking my feelings. Like, I love saying how I feel because that's how I feel. That's how I truly feel, you know? Like, it's nice speaking your feelings. And like, I love it when people also just speak their feelings, because it, you know, it makes you vulnerable. And I'm like, oh my God, like, they're so like, I don't know. It's just like, you know, like it's nice. Like, express yourself, you know, because everybody should be able to express themselves in every way, in any way, however they want to, you know? And speaking your feelings, it does take a lot, you guys, you know. And I'm telling you guys, I used to be scared, but now like I really don't care. I don't give a fuck. No, but like when I did like speak my feelings or whatever, I feel like I would lightweight say them kind of rudely, you know, like just like not in a nice way maybe, or you know, like how I always say before, like how you think something is always different than how you like speak it, you know, or just like let it out. So it's like maybe I had it in my head, but like speaking it out loud, it just sounded rude, you know, especially like if you change your tone of voice or like this and that, you know. So that has a lot to do with it too. And I was very rude. I was, you know, I was maybe a little busy back then, you know. I am not a little busy now, but the perfect amount of busy. But no, I was just so rude. Like, I don't know, because I felt like also, like, if I just, you know, like, it just made me, like, I was speaking my feelings, but it's like I wasn't too vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So now I, like, I think about it first, you know, like, I think about my feelings, like, what I really feel. And I also don't like to just, like, if I'm feeling, like, angry or whatever, I'm not just gonna, you know, speak angry. Like, I also try not to speak or like speak my feelings when I mean, I will, because if something is bothering me, you know, I will say it, you know, but obviously I won't scream or like, you know, raise my voice or just say it rudely, use all these cuss words, you know. I'm gonna like talk as an adult, you know what I'm saying? That's how we should be talking as adults. Like, why can't we have just a nice conversation, you know, and like express our feelings? So, and I mean, you get what you give. Is like when you are also listening, no, when you like want to be heard, you have to learn how to listen. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like before, it's like I wanted to like express my feelings too, and I wanted, you know, like people around me, or oh my God, my voice, just to like, you know, like understand me and stuff like that. But I didn't even really understand myself, you know? So I feel like you really have to learn to listen to yourself. Like, listen to your emotions, listen to your body, and that's how others will listen to you too, because how is somebody going to listen to you if you don't even listen to yourself, if you don't even understand yourself, like that's how, like, you can't love anybody else if you don't love yourself, like, so that's one thing, you guys, like, you really have to learn how to listen to yourself, listen to your emotions, listen to your body, like with anything, like listen to yourself, like when you just set goals, like daily goals, whether they're big or small or anything, like even stuff like that, like, are you listening to yourself? Like if you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk today, I'm gonna go on a walk, are you really going on that walk? Are you really, like, listening to what you're gonna do? And if you're not, then it's like, you don't even listen to yourself and you expect others to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing, and then you have to then learn to listen to others. If you want to be heard and be understood and all that stuff, you want to learn to understand others as well and listen to them. When you're talking to somebody, you say your part or whatever, and then it's like, okay, like maybe then they have something to say, or they also want to talk to you about something, and also just be there for them. Like, you have to listen as well if you want to be heard. And like, when you guys are talking, make sure, like, that you let the other person know that they are being heard. Like, listen, you guys, like, listening, it's such a big thing. Like, that was one of my things too. Like, I really wouldn't listen to people because I'm telling you, I wouldn't even listen to myself. And I wouldn't listen to others. And then it's like, okay, well, obviously when I'm trying to talk to them, they're not really going to listen to me either, because I'm not giving that attention to them. So how do I expect it in return? You know what I'm saying? That's like what I meant, that you get what you give. So, and when you're talking with somebody, you guys, like, talk as adults, like in conversations. I honestly hate, like, if I'm having a conversation, like, I want to say my part, and I want to hear everybody's opinion. Like, if it's just one or two people or whatever, like, whoever I'm talking with, I like to hear their opinions. I love to hear another side, you know what I'm saying? Just, I like different viewpoints or like different opinions, just, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's talking, they're talking, don't interrupt them, like, while, if you have an opinion or like anything, or something to say, wait till the end. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of took me a while too, because I would always just be like, okay, no, like, even if it was not an argument, but just a discussion with somebody or something. And it's like, okay, if I'm talking to her, and then I'll be like, no, but like, like, I'm right or something, or like, no, this is supposed to be like this. Like, no, like, I have to let her talk first, and then it's like, okay, then I'll say my part, not just like interrupt and like, or like raise my voice or anything, or like, make it seem like I should be the only one heard. Like, no, like, it shouldn't be like that. Now it's like, I let her talk, or with anybody, like, let the other person talk, and then say your opinion. Don't just like, like, barge in and like stuff like that, because you want to hear like the whole story, like the whole thing, and then just that way, like, the conversation is nice and clear. You know what I'm saying? That's also, I think, really tough, and like with a lot of people, like, that just like interrupt and whatever, and I'm like, dude, like, I'm sorry, but like, shut the fuck up, let the person talk, and then you can go, so. And you guys, like, when you're talking, whenever you're like talking, or if somebody else is talking to you or whatever, just having a conversation, whatever it is, like, I know, okay, when I'm talking to somebody or whatever, sometimes, I mean, it depends what you guys are talking about, if you want opinions or not, or if you're just like, I feel like just after a conversation, you just like expect just at least something from the other person, like a comment, or, like if you're asking them for advice or anything, and like, or just expressing your feelings. And when the other person like doesn't have a response, like doesn't even give a head nod, like nothing, no gesture, no nothing, it sucks. it does suck. That was another thing for me, because whether it's like I'm telling you guys, I don't know what it is you're talking about, but say if like you're having a discussion about boundaries, because boundaries is like, if somebody disrespects your boundaries, you like go ahead and like express how you feel, like tell them what you don't like, or whatever they did wrong, how they pushed your boundary, how, what I'm saying. And when they like then don't do nothing about it, like don't say, oh, okay, I understand this and that, or like, then change so they don't disrespect your boundary again or something like that. It's like, bro, like, didn't I just tell you how I felt? Like, didn't, and like they don't do nothing about it. That is one thing that sucks. And there are people like that, sadly. But, like it is what it is. I mean, that was one thing for me too, because it's like, I feel like I would express, just say things I don't like. And it really then like bothers me, like when you don't do nothing about it. Cause it's like, dude, if I'm telling you I don't like this, I don't like it, and that will completely then just be like, you know what, I'm going to remove myself from, if it's a certain person, from this environment or whatever, because I'm not going to tolerate that. You shouldn't tolerate nothing you don't like. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you're like, I know when I'm, talking to somebody or having a conversation or whatever, I wait, till they talk, whatever, and then till the end, and then I at least say something, because it's like you're also just acknowledging what they just said, you're making, like, you are letting them know that you heard everything you said, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying, like, the example that I said of boundaries, if somebody told me that they didn't, maybe I pushed a certain boundary or something like that, like, I don't mind it, like, okay, like, tell me, like, I will try my best to, like, not push it, or, like, make you feel, any type of way or something like that. You guys should respect that, like if they're telling me about boundaries, I'm not like, if they're, telling me I push their boundaries, I'm not gonna get mad. You shouldn't get mad. Don't get mad. Like, at least say something back if you are the listener, like say something back, like acknowledge it, let them know that you heard them, like, because it sucks, you guys. Oh my God, when like you say your feelings or something and it's like you were just talking to a wall, and like they literally don't respond with nothing. Like, are you serious, dude? But whatever, but then it's like they probably don't even listen to themselves, like they really don't. Like, those who I feel like can't really like talk or like have a conversation, like an adult conversation, like of expressing your feelings, like even if your feeling or whatever is way different than mine, your opinion or whatever, your advice is way different than mine, like that doesn't bother me, that doesn't affect me in any way or anything like that. So like, it's like, dude, why can't we just all talk like adults and like express our feelings, like there's nothing wrong with that. And at the end of the day, dude, it is what it is. Like, if they didn't respond with nothing, or do anything about it, it's like, I mean, you kind of did your part, you let your feelings out, so now it's just like whatever, I guess, like that person, whenever they want to be heard, and then nobody's gonna hear them, because it's like, just let it out. Like, it really doesn't matter, like it is what it is. Point is, you let your feelings out, and sometimes it's just good to let them out. Like, I felt like I would always just keep it in, and that, you guys, when like speak your feelings, I say speak your feelings, because if you don't, it hurts your throat chakra. You know what I'm saying? It hurts it. You hurt yourself. You really do. You hurt yourself. Like, because you just don't let it out. Let it out. And maybe if it's some feelings that you think they might not be the nicest, or like, I don't know, just, you know what I'm saying? Write it down. Say them out loud somewhere in your car, or I don't know, in the park or something. But just let them out, you guys. Speak them out, let them out, because you're going to feel like so like free after, it's like a weight off of your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it hurts your throat chakra. So please speak your feelings. Just speak your feelings, no matter what. If the person doesn't do anything or anything after, it's like whatever, like at least you spoke your feelings, you said how you felt. And it's just, dude, like, it takes a lot. Like, you go, girl, you go, boy, because it does take a lot, you know. Like, at first I was like, oh, like, you know, like, I don't know if I really want to speak my feelings. Like, you know, it's just like too vulnerable for me or whatever. But it just feels nice, you know. Like, we shouldn't hide our feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them out. Like, you know, like, if you feel some type of way for a certain person or whatever, like, just let it out, dude. Let them know, you know. Even like, if you're digging somebody, you know, you're trying to talk to them or whatever, you're trying to holler at them, holla, shoot your shot. And if it doesn't work out, dude, it doesn't work out. It doesn't matter, because you don't want to hurt your throat chakra. You know what I'm saying? You want it to flow. Let it flow nicely. You know what I'm saying? Some crystals that help are aquamarine. I love that one, you know, if it's like with whatever, you know, to like really help me like speak nicely, clear, speak the true feelings, what I'm really trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's a crystal I recommend. I love it too much, that one. I love it too much, aquamarine. I'm like an active listener. I'm always listening. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I will listen. Like, I will put in that attention. But it depends. It depends on what you're saying, on what you're feeling, because I don't want no chisme coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no, like, past, you know, talking about the past or anything like that. At the end of the day, if those people don't do nothing, you know, maybe just don't, I mean, I'm not saying don't express your feelings, but like, I mean, maybe just not say it again, because I hate repeating myself, to be honest. I'm really not going to tell you again how I feel, especially if it's like something you did I don't like, you know. I'm not going to tell you twice. So it's like, if you didn't listen once, it's like, dude, well, I hate like reciprocating energy, because I'm not going to like lower myself or anything, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you ain't listening to me, don't do nothing about it, you know? And if then you come to me and talk to me about something you don't like, which, I mean, I don't know how, I'm such a kind person. You guys, I'm like I'm all about love, kind, and peace, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know what I would do wrong. No, but like, if then you're coming to me and trying to like talk to me about something and expect me to listen or something, or like do something, hunty, like, come again? What did you say? No, but for real, like, or I'm gonna just tell you straight up. I'm be like, hey, well, this is the best thing to do. Be like, hey, I mean, I'd be like, hey, you're trying to talk to me and you expect me to listen and like do something about this when you didn't listen to me and you did no type of action of when I told you like this and that, you know? So like, for real, how do you expect me to do something when you didn't even like listen to me or do something? You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm also not just gonna be there and like, you know, like a little, like, what, like, just let it pass by or something. Like, no, like, you listen to me. Like, I wanted to be heard. That one time I expressed how I felt about something and you didn't do nothing about it. And it's like, then you want to say something or like, you know, whatever. Like, obviously I'm gonna acknowledge it. Like, I'm gonna, okay, you feel that way, okay, but this is still how I feel, you know, especially if you didn't do nothing. Like, this is still how I feel. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So that is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Do I say that a lot? You know what I'm saying? But it's because, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like true shit, dude. Like, come on now, you know? But that's why you talk it out that time. Like, if I'm talking to you about something, a certain situation or whatever, like, let's get it, you know, clear then and there. Like, express how you feel. If you don't agree with me, it's like, okay, why? And like, let's get into a little agreement, you know, like something. And it's like, let's work things out. I just love working things out, you guys. Like, you know, like, well, I mean, it depends. Like, you know, if there's like a little issue, then okay, yeah, you know, but like, if it's just too complicated, I'll just be like, you know what, I'll tell you straight up too, there ain't nothing to work out. This is what it is, and like, let's just, whatever, let it go. but like, I like to talk it out, and guys too, like, I understand maybe like at a point or something, you might just feel like too angry. I know sometimes I do. Well, I don't really let things affect me or like, like get me, you know what I'm saying? Just like get my energy or moving or anything like that. No, like I'll remain peace, but there might be some things where it's like, okay, it's a little bit triggering, my emotions are all over the place. My feelings are this, and that. I don't really know what I'm feeling. So let me get it together and then talk, And it's like, okay, if you don't want to talk at that point, okay. But like, I mean, that's fine, like get your feelings together. But then it's like, okay, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about it as adults. Like, you guys, like, we just have to like express ourselves and literally just talk it out. Like, talking things out helps so much, you guys, like with anything. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if something bothers you or like you're feeling some type of way, say it and express it, because that way, maybe if there's a problem or issue and you never talk about it, you never speak about it, it's never going to be solved. Maybe you'll talk about it, the person might not do nothing. Hopefully they do, and if they do, it's like, then, it gets resolved. Like, you talked things out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, you guys. Don't be afraid to express how you feel. Like, everybody has feelings. Like, literally, everybody has feelings. I have feelings. You have feelings. We all have these feelings. We're all human, so let's just, like, talk it out. Express them. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt your throat chakra, like I'm saying. And never get attached to your feelings, you guys. Like, don't let it consume you. Like I said, if you might be feeling angry for some certain reason or something triggers you, whatever, you're just like irritated, don't get attached to it. Don't burst out cuss words. Like, don't be saying all these things like, you might regret later, tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to maybe let it out, then let it out, but be kind about it, like, just express your true feelings in your voice, like saying, hey, like, I don't like this, and that. But if you're really like, what I'm saying, then it's probably best to like cool off and then talk, because you don't want to talk off just like all these random emotions. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling all these things, like, you don't want to just, talk like that, because then it's like, you're not really like conscious, like, yes, I'm saying express your feelings, but be conscious about it. Be conscious of how you really feel, like if it's, this true feeling like that you want to let out, not just because you're angry at this minute and then it's like you're gonna go burst down, like go on a rant. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, know your feelings. That's what I'm saying. Listen. You have to listen to yourself and understand yourself, and like really just have yourself together, my peeps. Understand, listen to your feelings, get to know your feelings. That's why I say get to know yourself, because talk to yourself, because that way also too, when you're talking to yourself, if you're feeling some type of way, you're getting all these feelings, all these emotions, talk to yourself. Like, you want to learn to get to know your feelings, to see what are your true feelings, not just speaking out of your ass and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But you really want to understand yourself. That way you can also that way you guys can also understand others, and get to know others, and like just really connect on that deep level, and like knowing to have a good, solid conversation. Because, dude, like, how, like, I don't get it when people like don't just want to talk and like, like literally just talk it out, like having a nice adult conversation. Like, we all sometimes need to talk to somebody, like, I'm all about talking to myself and this and that. But, sometimes you might need, but be careful. Also be careful with who you're, letting your feelings out to, because obviously you don't want to like, cheese me out type of vibes. Like, you feel something about this person, it's like you might tell this other person how you feel about this person, and say this person then goes on and telling other people and like this and that, you know. Just really be careful of who you let your feelings out to, you know. Be mindful, you know, but of who you're sharing your feelings and stuff like that, you know. But you guys, like, speak your feelings. Speak your feelings. You know, you just want to heal yourself. You want to heal your throat chakra. If you've been blocked for way too long, just let it out, dude. But let it out in a nice manner, you know. Like, don't ever be rude about it. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Just let it out, because you don't want your throat chakra blocked. You don't want your throat chakra blocked, you guys. I'm telling you, you want it to flow nicely. You want to heal. You want to learn that expressing your feelings is fine, you know, and it's okay if the other person doesn't agree with you, doesn't feel the same way. I'm telling you guys, everybody has different feelings. Everybody feels different at different times. So it's okay, you know, like, it's okay if the other person doesn't get you, you know. I mean, with boundaries, just if they don't get you, okay, but it's like you guys need to get to an agreement how they could just not disrespect your boundary, you know. Maybe if they're not going to do anything about it, or they don't agree with it, let that person go, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, but that's also, again, with like who you hang out with. Like, you want to hang out with people that kind of have the same boundaries, you know, that are similar to you, because you don't want people to just keep disrespecting your boundaries, to just keep, you know what I'm saying, not taking action, not acknowledging your feelings, you know, because, you know, your feelings, you know, they mean something, and it's like you want to say them, because you don't know whenever you'll be able to express your feelings to this certain person, or, you know, whoever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, do it when you have the chance. Just let it out, whether it's like good feelings or bad feelings. Just like let them know, you know what I'm saying? Speak your feelings, you guys. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. It's like, it's so amazing. Like, when I see vulnerable people, I'm just like, how do they do it? Just let it out. And you just have to just let it out, but like, let it out, you know, good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Express your feelings, your true feelings, nicely, you know? So just be vulnerable, you guys. Do not be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be scared to say how you feel. Even if it might hurt somebody else, your feelings might hurt somebody else. But it's okay. You're not responsible for that. You're responsible for your feelings and your happiness and your peace. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if it hurts them, if it's like something they do you don't like, or like, you know, if you're letting them go, then it is what it is, you guys. And if you're that person that is being let go, or, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, then just accept it too. Like, we just all need to speak our feelings and acknowledge each other's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Be vulnerable, you guys. Speak your feelings. Speak good vibes. Don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on social media. Okay. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I do have my bracelets now. All of these I made, and I do sell them on Etsy. So I'm going to leave the links below. And if you guys just want to listen to the audio podcast, I'm going to leave the links below. I can't wait to talk to you guys soon. Peace.